Prologue. He thrust his sword into the man's chest. The momentum from his horse helped to drive the sword to its hilt. The 16-year-old's brown eyes widened as, for the first time, he watched a person's life vanish at his own hands. The man's eyes bulged, and the sound of blood gurgled in his lungs. As the boy who withdrew his sword, the human man fell backwards. In his great shock, the teenager gawked stupidly at the gruesome sight before him. He watched this fellow human writhe on the ground and drown in his own blood. In an instant, a life had been ended, as simply as blowing out a candle's flame. There was the clanging of swords and yelling all around. The smells of polished armor and the metallic tang of blood were suffocating. The boy caught movement out of the corner of his eye. An elf, tall, scowling, and with blood-streaked platinum hair, was swinging his sword at him from the left. The human boy was startled by the savage assault and found there was no time to bring his sword to his left side to counter the attack. He dropped forward onto his horse's neck, and his mighty steed lunged forward. Both horse and rider missed the blow. The teenager turned his horse around so he could fight properly, with his sword and the elf on his right. He slashed his dwarven blade through the air, and the elf's sword met it with a clang. The boy now saw that half of the elf's face was a bloody mess, and that he was missing an ear. Much to the teenager's surprise, the elf changed tactics and began to swing for the horse's legs. The elf repeatedly hacked the air in a frenzied manner, but the horse was guided to dance all around, to race backward and to leap forward, and missed every stroke. The mutilated elf grew frustrated and swung for the boy's throat. The teenage boy deflected the blade. He continued the motion and spiraled the tip of his sword toward the elf's abdomen, thrusting. The elf screamed and dropped his weapon. The tall being stumbled backward, freeing himself of the blade in his gut, and tripped over a corpse. Falling onto the grass, he yowled over and over again while clutching his oozing stomach. The 16-year-old was terrified. He should not have known the horrors of war at so young an age. But he fought, and he did so valiantly.